Hello everyone and welcome back to another Grand Archive video. Today I'll be explaining some of the powerful cards in Fractured Crown that you should buy for your Grand Archive decks. Before I start, I should mention that I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, so please don't sue me. Anyways, let's get on with the list. The first card that we'll be talking about that you need for your Grand Archive deck is Frostbind. The card reads, negate target card activation unless its controller pays 2 memory. Banish the card that had its activation negated this way. Frostbind is the first proper negate in the game, which will automatically make it a meta contender and one of the better cards in the set. This makes Water even more of a control deck, as they can force their opponent to banish their really good cards and negate them from even happening in the first place. This will force your opponent to play around the card like they have it, and if they don't, they'll get punished. If you intend on playing Water after Fractured Crown releases, I would highly recommend getting a playset of Frostbind, as it'll easily be one of the best Water cards in the deck. The next card that you should get for your deck is the one you saw in the thumbnail, Peaceful Reunion. This card reads, activate this card only if you have not declared an attack this turn. Until the beginning of your next turn, you and the target player can't declare attacks. Banish Peaceful Reunion. This card completely shuts off your opponent from attacking you in the entire next turn, which might be just enough time for you to draw the right cards to win the game. This card will be especially good against a deck like Fire Lorraine, as some of their attacks like Spirit Blade Ensoul or Rending Flames can do up to 16 damage in one attack, which Peaceful Reunion completely shuts off. Even if you don't intend on playing this card right off the bat, having a set handy wouldn't hurt in case we moved into a more of an attacking focused meta, or you just intend on playing the card. Third card we'll be talking about is Innervate Agility. I don't know if I said that right, but that's just how I'm going to say it. This card reads, as an additional cost to activate this card, delevel your champion and recover 5. Units you control gain your choice of Stealth or Spell Shroud until the end of the turn. This card is a mandatory to play in any Wind deck, especially Wind Lorraine. This is because it only costs 2, you gain 5 health, and you gain Spell Shroud or Stealth, and de-leveling to level 2 Lorraine to then go back to level 3 in the next turn to get out, say, a Draw Blade with extra durability, or a Sword of Seeking or a Sword of Avarice, for example, to draw you more cards, can be very important. If you plan on playing either Wind Lorraine or even Wind Rye after Fractured Crown releases, I would highly recommend getting a set of this card, as I can see it being one of the better cards that Wind has to offer alongside cards like Veiling Breeze. Another card from Fractured Crown that you should pick up is Morgan. This card reads, at level 1 or above, prevent all non-attack damage that would be dealt to Morgan. At level 2 or above, your opponents can't recover, and class bonus, at the beginning of your recollection phase, you may glimpse 1, and if you don't, recover 1. This card is extremely powerful, being able to shut off Water's recovering cycle, preventing all non-attack damage that will be dealt to itself at level 1 or above, and being able to glimpse or recover life if you're a cleric / mage. Morgan's effects, combined with the fact that she's a 2-cost ally with 1 attack and 3 health, makes it a very powerful card in Fractured Crown. I can see this card becoming a staple in a lot of meta decks, so it wouldn't hurt to grab a playset after Fractured Crown releases. Next, we have Corhazi Outlook. This card reads, on enter, put a preparation counter on your champion. If you're an assassin, it will gain the class bonus effect, remove a preparation counter from your champion, opponents can't activate cards this turn. Glimpse 1 and activate this ability only during your turn. This card is insane. Being able to shut off your opponent from interacting with you on your turn is something we've never seen in the game before, and I can see this card immediately having a huge impact on the meta. Cards like Veiling Breeze, Deflecting Edge, or even just basic fast spells all are unable to be played, making this card super good. It also having the same set line as Morgan, being a 2 cost with 1 attack and 3 health, makes it crazy, and it just adds to the power. Corhazi Outlook is a must get when Fractured Crown releases, even if you don't intend on playing the card in release. Second to last card that we'll be talking about that you should get from Fractured Crown is Gawain. Once again, don't know if I said that wrong, but we're just going to move on. The card reads, at level 2 or higher, it gains True Sight and class bonus on champion hit. You can sacrifice Gawain, and if you do, look at your opponent's memory and discard a card from it. This card is ridiculous. Being able to look at your opponent's memory and get rid of any card you want is crazy, as you not only gain the knowledge of knowing every card they have, but you also get to discard a potentially very important card for your opponent's next turn, which could put you in a game-winning position from just 1 card. The only downside I see to this card is that it only has 1 health and 1 attack, meaning it can die to cards like Ignite the Soul, so just be prepared if you're playing it. Aside from this, the card is super powerful, so I wouldn't hold back from picking up some copies from locals or picking up some online. This card also comes in the collector super rare rarity from the event pack, so for people wanting to break their bank accounts, keep an eye out. The last card that I'll be talking about in this video is Scavenging Raccoon. The card reads, banish up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. This card in my opinion is very underrated. Being able to banish 2 cards from your opponent's graveyard is crazy, as that could potentially be both their floating memory or 2 fire cards that they need to activate Rending Flames on the next turn. Looking at you, Liam. This will help the Tamer deck a lot, as in my opinion, at the moment, Sylvie is the weakest champion. Sorry Sylvie players. All this aside, Scavenging Raccoon is a very powerful card and it shouldn't be slept on. I can see it easily being a 4-of in every Tamer deck, so if you plan on playing Tamer or Sylvie in the next meta, make sure to pick up a playset of Scavenging Raccoon. And that is all of the cards that I think you should get in the new Fractured Crown set. Let me know in the comments if I've missed any cards or cards that you are very excited for in the Fractured Crown set, and I'll be happy to reply or make a part 2 if you guys would like me to. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.